is the motherland, man. There's snowboarding and rock climbing or whatever you want to do up there. Everything's big and awesome. Denied. 11 and a half hours at the border. Denied 2 times. Searched vehicle 4 times. We're not going to let you into Canada. Hey, maybe we won't let you back in the U.S. either. I've never even had a parking ticket in Canada. I'm a good boy all around, but especially in Canada. Those dicks. At this point, I was kind of like in no man's land. I end up calling Bjorn Leines in Jackson, Wyoming. And he's like, dude, it's good. Come out. You can totally join our crew. It was like the perfect scenario. It went from a terrible situation to an epic crew, epic conditions. It was a roller coaster. At that moment, my spirits totally changed, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. Like, hell yeah, let's do it. Like, forget Canada. We're in Jackson with the boys.
It's an amazing feeling when you roll out to a zone and you're like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get to ride that. And whether you have a plan or not, every day that I roll out there and just like the stoke level is just jumping through the roof.
Bjorn is someone I've looked up to for so long, just the veteran of the game. And then Grey, the young up-and-comer, really talented shredder making his mark. If somebody has a good method, man, you're like, oh yeah, that kid's good. You know, man, that kid has a good method. It's a really cool dynamic within the crew. Young shredder and the legend.
People don't realize because you just see the tricks back to back in a video part of boom, boom, boom. It was so easy, but really there's this whole backstory, all the preparation just to make that timing happen. The mountain gives you jumps and features, but a lot of times you got to create those jumps. It's a big process. Everybody's got a job and falls into place. And, you know, it's a big engineering feat to build these huge jumps.
Ripping around there.
There comes some 9th grade physics involved in calculating your takeoff, degree of angle.
She'll just line up perfect. You won't even have to bend your knees when you land.
Perfectly groomed in run all the way down to the smoothest tranny to this beautiful poppy jump. And we obviously weren't gonna hit it that day because we worked almost until the dark. It's always funny how you play your hand out there because one day you're building the jump and the light's about to fade and you're like, I think we should save it for tomorrow. But you never know what tomorrow's gonna bring.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm so tired.
I guess I'll go first.
Just not excited about this one right now. Couple of factors, wind is one of them.
It's far. It's further than you think.
My first jump was good, except I didn't go big enough, but it's a good jump.
Sucks this wind is here. Perfect, no wind. I should have hit it like
that. Growing up watching John snowboard my whole life, be able to like have a jump session, just me and him, it was a pretty crazy moment for me for sure. Especially on the last drop in, we both just kind of were like, let's land this one, and both ended up landing it right at the end of time.
If you pictured a mountain and you can see all the features coming down it and you were to roll a ball, how would it bounce around and down and off things? When you can think like that and then incorporate freestyle into the mix, that's where you get freestyle big mountain riding.
Drop! Dude, I think Birthday Gap looks pretty good. I think we should build it.
At the end of the day, we decided to put up this jump that ended up to be a really big build.
I think we all took a good look at it and we're like, man, we should build that. I think your slip track looks pretty good.
Took us 3 hours. Personally, it's the best jump I've ever seen.
You could drive a semi-truck off it, jump.
I think we're gonna pack up our stuff, head down the trail, and get out here at sunrise. All work, no play.
There was a natural feature I had spotted on the ride out.
The more we look at it, the more we're like, oh, this is perfect.
We should try to get up there and hit that thing the next day. Oh, dude, feeling good today. Got 2 cups of coffee in me. Now get ready for the whoops, dude. This spot, oh my God. The next morning we go up there, see like air off a perfect natural toe side hit into this pretty nice landing.
We start hitting it and John drops in first. Caught his nose by accident. He said it's super good.
The thing's so sick though. Sorry if I squirreled the takeoff.
And I saw Bjorn and John like hitting this perfect wind lip, and they were like, you should just hit this with us. And then Bjorn's like points to me, he's like, it's your turn to drop.
3, 2, 1.
Planning to do just a slow backside 360. Right as I got to 270, I kind of looked down and just saw that it was still going up, which kind of just led me into a 650 to 90 landing to knee to face.
He was sitting there for a while and then just like, my knee feels pretty bad. It feels like I smashed it.
Gray, you okay? Just give us any sort of signals.
And we're, miles out, probably 8 miles out or so, and half of those miles are brutal whoops. So we kind of set him up in the center of the sled. I gave him my knee brace, because the old guy's running knee braces. And it's like, don't worry, man, you won't have to wear this forever, but just put it on.
I've wanted to hit that jump for a really long time now. So it was pretty disappointing that I wasn't able to go. Fuck, I'm sorry to ruin you guys' day.
Dude, not even, man.
You stick with your crew, you accept that, you go out there and you do it, and you try to have a pretty good game plan if someone does get hurt. And set him up there and just took it super slow out of there. It took us like 3.5 hours to get him out of the backcountry. These are the major downers.
The highs are, for me, when I'm on top of the mountain, on top of the peak, like just before you're about to drop in, and you're just living in the moment, shredding that line. And then the lows, of course, are when you're handling 10 miles of a whooped out trail with your hurt friend and, realities really set in.
It's always, the unknown until you actually hit it, whether it's gonna work or not. And like when it doesn't work, it's kind of a hard thing to go through because you spend so much time and effort. Now stuff happens and you gotta just learn to deal with it and hopefully come stronger from it.
You'll be back, man. You'll be back, dog. Yeah! We go home, take care of Gray. And the next day, we had a possible window. Everything we need to make it happen and have a good old day. So we agreed to just see if this day was good, we'll give it a shot. If not, we're all going home. Sayonara jump. We're not gonna hit you. Maybe next year. And I think we're gonna kill it. F Canada. We ended up getting to hit it, a fair amount of times throughout the day. It was crazy for how cloudy it was. I think Bjorn was struggling a little bit. We were all struggling.
It takes a lot to, have all those stars align, for sure.
This whole whole season has been so on the fly and just unpredicted, and nothing has really gone as the script has said. That's what you do.
That's what happens.
You just operate on the fly. Our crew is ultimate, the terrain is ultimate, the dinners are ultimate, the family jams are ultimate. This is like one of the best trips ever.